Okay.
Okay.
So,
When you store the weapon,
yeah.
store it with the slide lock back. No magazine in the weapon. When you're ready to clean it, rack the slide forward to press the trigger.
Okay.
Then you're going to take your fingers, your two fingers here, and you're going to pull the slide slightly back.
Mm-hmm.
And this little piece right here,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to take your thumb and your index finger, pull it down on both sides,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then let the slide come forward and remove the slide.
Okay.
Next you have the slide, and you're going to have to disassemble this, and you're basically going to push forward on the spring, remove the spring,
Okay.
and take your finger here, push up on the barrel and back,
Okay.
remove the barrel.
Okay.
So you should have three pieces: the barrel, the slide, and the lower assembly.
Okay.
And that's it. Oh, and the spring.
Okay.
And let me see, where's the Q-tip? Okay, so
Did we throw some Q-tips in there last week?
so first is cleaning the bottom portion of the weapon, and you'll want to basically take your solvent, your powder solvent,
Mm-hmm.
put a little bit of powder solvent on the Q-tip, and then you'll want to clean the powder off of these parts right here, these parts in the back. You can push that forward, and you see that operates your trigger. Push the trigger back, and it'll lock it back in place.
Mm-hmm.
And so in the event you want to get down in here, just pull the trigger back, and you can take the Q-tip and just get all the powder off of all of this metal here.
Just the silver metal?
Yeah, the silver metal. And you can also, rub it on the plastic just to get all of the powder off of it. And then you'll take a dry Q-tip and wipe all of the solvent off of it.
Okay.
Okay. And if you have a pipe cleaner works really well.
Isn't it that thing that came with the kit?
I don't know if you have a pipe cleaner or anything.
Oh.
But it's basically just a long brush.
It did come. It's in my bedroom.
And you can use that pipe cleaner for getting down inside of here.
With a solvent on it? Or?
No, just you can put a little bit of solvent on it and rub it down inside here, all these places that you can't get to with a regular Q-tip.
Okay.
And then go through with a dry pipe cleaner and just stick the dry pipe cleaner down in there, and you'll see it. It'll get really black, and that's the solvent that you applied first will dissolve the powder, and then the clean pipe cleaner that you put in there will pick up all of that powder.
Okay.
And then at the very end, you'll take a Q-tip and you will put a little bit of this lubricating oil on the Q-tip, and you'll stick that Q-tip down in here, put a little lube on the inside, and on the inside
of the
here.
Slide, where the slider goes on.
Yeah, where the slide goes on. Put a little bit of lube here, a little bit of lubricant in here, and you're done with that. Next would be the slide, and I'll take a Q-tip with solvent, and I'll just rub it all up in here and try and pick up all all of that solvent that, or all of the powder residue, and pick all that up, clean that off, this little piece here. Basically just kind of rub it all in here, and then take a dry Q-tip and wipe off all of the powder from inside of here and wherever you put solvent, and clean all that solvent up. And let's see what else. And basically just all up in here, all up in here. Powder residue will tend to form right here where this is where your where the hammer is. You see that little piece right there? And watch when I pull it back. Okay, that's what actually discharges the round. That little piece there. So.
And you put the solvent where in that?
Just take a Q-tip and
Rub
with
it in
solvent,
there?
just kind of rub it on there.
Okay.
And you'll see you can see the buildup. Right now it's fairly clean, but you'll see some powder buildup in there. And so just take the Q-tip and rub the Q-tip in there to pull up, dissolve all the powder. And then take a dry Q-tip and to pick up all the rest of the powder. And you should be good to go there. And there is. So what you don't want is at the very end, if you take a clean finger and you put a clean finger up in here, it should be fairly clean. There still is a little bit of powder in there. And then your barrel, if you look down through your barrel, there you can see a swirl on the inside of the barrel.
Yeah.
That's your rifling, and that's what grabs onto the projectile and sends it out spinning. And so we'll take this.
Oh, there it is. That's what is that a pipe brush?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
yeah, it twists on.
And you'll put just a little bit of solvent on this, on the brush itself, and stick it up in there all the way like that. Just run it through maybe 2 or 3 times with the solvent. And then take this off. Put your patch. Take one of your patches.
Put it on.
Put your patch on. I usually just fold it like that. And run that up through there a couple times. And that'll pick up the solvent.
Okay.
So once the solvent is out, and you'll probably want to do this a couple times. You want to put the brush back on, put a little bit of solvent on it, run it through a couple times, put a clean patch on, run the clean patch through there, and once it's clean, you'll notice there'll be no more black on the patch. And then take a fresh patch, put a fresh patch on there.
Right.
Put just maybe a drop or 2 of this lubricating oil on there, and then run it through, and that'll coat the inside of the barrel with just a light coating of the lubricating oil, and that'll be clean.
Okay.
Your spring, you'll want to take your spring and just take like a cloth and just rub it on the outside to pick up any of the powder on there, and then take a little bit of lubricating oil and just maybe put a little drop here and here and here, and you rub that in, And that's clean. And then you'll take your barrel. Remember the flat side here? That flat side is what you'll see up on top. So you'll stick the barrel up in there. Let that fall in place. So the flat side's up on the top. And next you'll put your spring in. And this little plate right here is what sits up in this little groove. You see that little groove right there? That'll fit right up in there. So you'll put that up in the end.
And push it? Yeah.
Push it with your thumb. And that'll fit right down in that slot.
Okay.
And then slide that on the front. Fits right in these grooves here. And goes right back like this. And just slide it back, and it locks in place.
Okay.
And you want to slide it a couple times to get the lubricant on the inside track of the slide, and then lock the slide back. One other thing you might want to do is just place a light coating up on the top here.
Okay. Of what? The lubricant?
Yeah, the lubricant. Just put a little bit of lubricant there, and work the gun a little bit. Lock the slide back, and you're good.
Okay.